5.
How about a magic trick?
4.
Stay on target.
3.
Wrestling.
2.
I am the hope of the universe.
1.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Well, greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome back to the Multicomicverse podcast, a news and information podcast that's not only about comic books, but also movies, TVs, video games, and the multiverse that's around it all. My name is Chris, the creator, CEO of the MCV Network. Joining me today, as always, is the co-host of the show, my right-hand man, the video game expert himself, the Tenacious Angel.
Let's go.
Let's play. This is episode 161, Apex Legends Review. Starting off with movie news, we got to talk about our weekend box office report, because this weekend came out was Lego Movie 2, the second part, which dominated the weekend box office by making almost double than its second place winner. Lego Movie 2 came out with over $34.4 million for its opening weekend. What Men Want came out in second place with only $19 million. Cold Pursuit wrapping up the top 3. Glass is still in the top 5. That's honestly that's probably to me the most interesting part in this box office report. But Angel, you see this? What do you think?
I actually feel really bad for The Prodigy because they hyped this movie up so bad.
And then for it to only come up sixth place with only $6 million.
Yes.
Being surpassed by Glass, which is actually less. I think it has
for at least 2 weeks.
Glass. Hell no, dude. That's like 4 weeks now.
It's been almost a month since Glass came out, and it's still beating The Prodigy.
Yes, that's why I'm saying I'm so surprised.
Holy shit!
I think the upside's been out longer than that, even though.
That's crazy. But the Lego Movie, there wasn't really anything that came out this weekend that could keep it from getting this.
That's true. I really didn't see anything still in its target audience away.
But it was still a good movie, for sure. I went to go watch it. I thought it was
Angel, what, no spoiler free, what are your overall thoughts of Lego Movie 2, the second part?
I think it's a great movie, great time, super fun. They continue to do all the wonderful things that we have come to love about the Lego Movie, which is that they mix a certain amount of cleverness with an incredible amount of silliness, and it never gets old. And the most important part is that it's just as good as the first one. I can't say 100% that it is better than the first one because it feels very much the same.
So you still get like the same feels as the first one.
Yeah.
It still made you laugh, and it still tugged your heart a little bit.
Yeah, it actually does tug your heart a bit because it does deliver that underlying message like they did in the first
they
one.
did with the first one,
Yeah.
which I absolutely loved. Now, honestly, I did not want to watch the first Lego Movie, and then when I saw the movie, I couldn't stop bragging about it. That was just the type of movie it was. So if this second movie is on par with the first one, I'm game, dude.
Yeah.
I'm 100% game to go see it.
Chris Pratt brings it in this movie. He brings it hard.
Hey, man, that's honestly, at this point in time, that's really what I expect from him. Straight up, that's just what I expect from him. So, right on. All right, guys, moving on. We got the Avengers Endgame is said to have a total runtime of just over 3 hours. And some debating if an intermission is necessary for this movie. Angel, what do you think? A 3-hour movie for Avengers Endgame, is that okay with you?
I'm okay with it. I'm going to watch it all the way straight through regardless. As a matter of fact, I'm going to kick myself if I have to get up and use the bathroom. So, I'm definitely going to watch it. But the fact that there is some concern for this means that there's genuine concern for this. I didn't think this was something that needed to happen.
Uh-huh.
I know it was a popular thing to do, like back in the original days of movies and stuff, because they would run movies kind of the same way that they would do plays or live performances, in which most of those have intermissions.
Right.
And if you watch Gone with the Wind has an intermission.
Yeah, and I believe The Hateful Eight even had an intermission when it was in theaters.
Oh, that's cool. I kind of wish I saw it in theaters.
But that was to me like the only movie I've ever seen to have an intermission with it. My couple things that I think about when I hear an intermission for a movie is, who controls this intermission? Is it the studio or is it the theaters?
Yeah, that's true.
Because I don't want the theaters to fuck it up and put it at a certain point of the movie that's going to ruin my movie-going experience.
Kind of just put it wherever.
Yeah. So that I don't like. And if the studio is doing that, that's a different story. But to me, I think that an intermission is 100% and completely unnecessary whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessary.
I've actually heard that some people are saying the reason this is needed is because of the short time span of current millennials and its current movie-going audience. Because so many kids don't have the time span to sit through a movie that's 3 hours or more, and basically everybody needs to be on their phones, everybody needs to be on social media. People can't even watch a sporting event without being on their social media anymore, so why is a movie any different, and blah, 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 blah. My only debate on any of this is the highest grossing movie of all time in worldwide history is Avatar, which is over a 3-hour movie. And it did not have an intermission.
That's a pretty movie, though. Like,
true, but that just to show if this movie gets the audience attention, it doesn't need an intermission.
yeah,
It doesn't need anything. If the movie's going to be full on engaging, then it really doesn't matter. It's doing the job as a movie. I mean, how many times have you seen an hour-and-a-half movie and bored out of your mind? That's just because it wasn't a good movie.
That's true. I feel that the Avengers, any movie, you're there to watch it and you're there to be interested in it. Obviously, if it's not good, then we have to worry about things like attention span and whether or not people are going to want to continue with it. But, I mean, if you're bringing it, you ain't got nothing to worry about.
No. I honestly think that this isn't something we should worry about. In all honesty, I don't think this is something we should even be talking about. An intermission is, well, for old people who really can't hold their pee, I think. You know, it's just...
And even then, bring a catheter, you weak old bastards.
No, I really don't think an intermission is necessary. If it's 3 hours long, that's a 3-hour movie that I truly enjoy. I mean, hell, people binge watch movies and television show for longer than that anymore.
Yeah.
So what's the big deal here? I really don't see it as a big deal. Next up, according to Chris Pratt, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 will use James Gunn's original script. Just the problem is that nobody wants to direct it.
Damn right nobody wants to direct it. This is James Gunn's baby.
This is James Gunn's baby. I mean, we even had Disney, Marvel more specifically, go up to Taika Waititi, who directed Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
And he straight up backed up and said, no, I don't want anything to do with it because that would feel like, I think he said that'd feel like stealing somebody else's child in those terms.
He said it's something reminiscent of being a stepfather.
Yeah.
For sure.
So even he doesn't want to do it. I would love to have seen what Taika Waititi would have did with the Guardians of the Galaxy, though. With that being said, this is kind of sad because this even puts more weight on the fact that we might not get a Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 for a long time. But if they did, Angel, what director would you like to see direct Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3?
James Gunn.
Well, besides James Gunn, I mean, I would love James Gunn to come back. It doesn't look like he's going to. He already signed on that he's straight up going to do things at DC now. Maybe we'll get him back later on. Who knows? But as of right now, he's not going to be able to do Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Who do we get?
Alternate reality James Gunn.
So you're saying there's nobody else. Disney needs to just fork up whatever they need to do.
I just think
and get James Gunn to do it.
that it's going to take a long time before anybody feels or finds somebody that's going to be equally as respected as James Gunn, and for anybody to feel like they will take on that project without, feeling that sort of weight.
I don't know. I think, honestly, Disney, if this came down to it, Disney's go-to guy would probably be Ron Howard.
Ron wouldn't do it justice.
Hey, but everybody loves Ron, dude. Everybody loves Ron Howard.
Well, yeah, fucking Happy Days, man. Like, Richie Cunningham right there.
How could you hate Richie? If not Ron Howard, I would actually say they would need to actually position themselves to get maybe James Cameron involved.
Oh, man. James Cameron would take like 7 years to make it, though. Like, he'd develop a whole new kind of technology for some kind of thing that would revolutionize the whole movie industry.
No. We need to actually invent blasters.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's like, we need to film this in deep space just to get the authenticity.
But with that being said, I honestly think maybe just those two. Bring in Ron Howard or bring in James Cameron to direct this movie if we can't get James Gunn back.
Or just clone James Gunn. Because, I mean, you can't fault James Gunn's clone for the crimes of James Gunn.
Maybe you're right. We'll see. Moving on, Aquaman is said to come to digital March 5th and Blu-ray physical copies March 26th. Yes, we are less than a month away for its digital release. And yes, just over a month away for its physical release. Angel, you going to get this digital or you going to get this physical?
As you know, Chris, I'm a man who prefers physical things.
Mm-hmm.
Take that as you will. It's weird. I know we've talked about this a few times, but it is weird how fast movies can come out on DVD these days, considering when I was a kid and when you were a kid, it felt like it was
forever.
Years before we actually got the movies. So I definitely think there's a certain point that is missed because you can't release this movie in the summer.
True.
And that's
I kinda see
only
that.
because, like, when the thought of summer comes around, you think of water. You think of being by the beach. And what perfect
or
time.
out in the pool
Yeah.
or anything like that. And they could totally market it that way,
Yes.
too. I honestly agree. That'd be a genius marketing thing. I mean, tie this up with Walmart, and then you could tie it into, like, pool toys and stuff like that.
Fucking exactly. Exactly. But I think that's cool. I definitely would rather pick this up as a physical copy, but I don't know if I'm actually going to purchase Aquaman.
No?
Actually. Well, it's not that I don't
Do
think
it
it
for
was
the Crab King, Angel.
Oh, man. I can't justify a purchase just for the Crab King, Chris.
Do it for the
He
Crab
was only
King.
at the end of the movie. I don't know. Just it's only because I don't consider myself a huge Aquaman fan. So I definitely think he's cool and he's capable. He's got awesome stories and whatnot, but he's just not my digs.
See, for me, I will definitely get this physical. My only regret is I can't get it on digital and then just have the physical copy mailed to me.
Yeah, I know,
on
right?
the 26th.
Yeah.
I mean, why can't that be a thing? Buy the physical digital copy, obtain the digital copy on its early release date, but since you already bought the bundle, just have the DVD come in the mail.
That's true. Isn't that a thing?
I don't think it is.
I feel like it's a thing on at least Amazon.
I don't think
Because
so.
I think
Is
they
it?
do it. I think they do it for books for sure, and it's not like.
Well, they do it for books and they do it for CDs.
Yeah, which is because I mean, and a lot of the times when they do it for books, it won't even be like the whole book. It'll be like the first chapter or two, just so you can get it started before you either actually buy it or you buy it and you wait for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Which wouldn't be advantageous in movies because you wouldn't want to watch the first 2 chapters in a movie and then wait like a week to get your movie. But
That's actually kind of funny when you think about it.
for sure, you should definitely be able to watch your movies, especially if you buy the combo pack. You should be able to watch the digital version while you're waiting for your physical copy.
I agree. I agree. Next up, speaking of Aquaman, an Aquaman horror movie spinoff for The Trench is currently in the works at DC. I didn't expect this. Angel, what do you think about this?
The Trench movie, I thought it was an interesting idea for sure. I want to know what they're going to... Is it just going to be like a straight up horror in the Trench movie? Are they going to delve into how the Trench became what it was? I don't really... This is the only mystery.
I honestly hope it's a full-on horror movie that honestly probably has nothing to do with Aquaman, but it's just a story on how everybody should be afraid of the trench. You know what I mean?
I feel like, I mean, I wouldn't say full on, but if you could give me something reminiscent of BioShock in a sense, and I don't know if you've ever played BioShock, but what I mean by that is you are throughout the game, you experience the current horror of the city, the underwater city that you've come to discover. Like, you discover the horror that it currently is, but while you're experiencing the madness and just the straight up scary things about it, you're learning about how great it used to be. So you learn about the past while seeing what it has become and fall into.
Maybe. I see this and I just want a full-on horror movie, dude. A full-on horror movie. You know, maybe not let M. Night Shyamalan direct it, but something in that sense. Next up, actor Jack Black says he is interested to play the Penguin in a DC EU movie. This is interesting to me because I really like this idea of Jack Black playing the Penguin.
It just sort of fits.
It really does.
I don't know why this has never been mentioned before. Nobody ever thought that Jack Black should or could play the Penguin, but
I really think this is an excellent fit.
Yeah, I definitely think it's a great self-casting. I'm glad that he's able to look at himself and be like, I could play the Penguin.
Right? I want to see Jack Black as not only the Penguin, but take on the full persona of Cobblepot.
Yeah.
I visually see it already, dude. I really see it already. Next up, we got an official Endgame synopsis for Avengers Endgame. It goes as follows. After the devastating events of Avengers Infinity War, the universe is in ruins due to the efforts of the mad Titan Thanos. With the help of the remaining allies, the Avengers must assemble once more in order to undo Thanos' actions and restore order to the universe once and for all, no matter what consequences may be in store. Angel, you see the synopsis. What'd you think?
Seems pretty basic.
It really does. I mean, when you look at it from a grand view, it really doesn't give us anything new. It gives us nothing that we learned from this.
Yeah.
It gives us nothing we didn't expect.
There's not a lot of mind-blowing revelations here.
Now, if I was to break it down, I'm going to try to read into the lines here, so take it with a grain of salt as you may. But with the help of the remaining allies, it doesn't say the remaining Avengers.
Yeah, it's pretty open-ended, sure.
Okay. Bear with me here. You know, maybe it's a grander view. Remember, remaining allies could be what's left throughout the universe trying to come together. You know, we're getting people like Valkyrie coming in and helping, you know, for an example. We maybe what's left of the Nova Corps that lived trying to come and help. You know, Thanos affected the entire universe, and major heroes from across the universe are trying to come together to be able to stop Thanos or reverse whatever's happening. It's not just our remaining Avengers. And then the end of this, no matter what consequences may be in store. So they're trying to undo the actions that he did, no matter the consequences. Even if those consequences are possibly sacrifice.
Yeah.
You know, that goes back to our theories. One of our, if not two, or if not multiple of our Avengers, of our heroes, are officially going to bite the dust.
It's odd, like, I feel like another interesting line in this is the Avengers must assemble once more.
Yes.
Which kind of alludes to, like, maybe this is the last time
that this group will be together.
Or at least the Avengers as in the kind of on and off group, you know? Like, maybe after this, the Avengers will be more of an organization.
Or
afterwards.
maybe, I'm assuming maybe after this will be the new Avengers.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, it wouldn't be, like, they wouldn't just be, like, these group of people known as the Avengers.
Okay.
It would be the actual organization, the Avengers, after this, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like how it's not just like a world-shattering event. There's going to be an actual thing in place moving
Because
forward.
technically they haven't been the Avengers since Age of Ultron. Yeah. I mean, ever since then they kind of split, and then Civil War split them in half completely.
Yes.
Even in Endgame they were still separated.
Yeah.
So the remaining Avengers assemble once more, and this is going to be it for those remaining, maybe.
Yeah.
We're going to get a different crew, we're going to get a full-on... Maybe this is the last time once more that these only are assembling, because from here on out, instead of these 6, there's going to be 15.
Yeah.
You know?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, it'll be a thing for new and old heroes to keep coming back to, rather than waiting for these earth-shattering events.
Right. We'll see. Next up, we got a new Aladdin teaser. Dude, I did like this teaser. Angel, what do you think?
I thought it was cool. They showed off a lot of new footage, interesting moments.
A lot of faces, finally.
Yeah, a lot of faces. We got to see Jasmine. We got to see Jafar. We got to see the King Ali parade.
Yes, that's going to be super cool. We got to see Abu. We got to see Raja a little bit even.
Yeah.
Oh, Jasmine looks so good, though.
Yeah, she's pretty.
Jasmine looks so good. But, of course, everybody's talking about the genie.
Of course, everybody's talking about the genie. And there's a lot of backlash about the genie right now, or at least people that can be heard.
Yeah.
I think he looks good, actually.
I think his body-wise looks excellent. You know, he is blue, which we weren't really sure what was going to happen.
Yeah.
But yes, the genie is blue. And, dude, they made his back look all big and buff. It kind of looks pretty cool. I'm assuming the CGI isn't fully complete yet because his face kind of looks a little off to me. I don't know if it's just the ears or whatnot, but his face kind of looks off to me. Like I said, it just might be the incomplete CGI at the moment. But overall, dude, this is kind of the best we're going to get.
Yeah. I think it's a good rendition.
You know, this is a new genie. Will Smith is making it his own already.
Yeah, he's definitely trying.
You know, and I'm afraid that he's still going to be compared to Robin Williams.
It's tough, man. It's just tough because that's at the end of the day, people actually want Robin Williams. They would have wanted Robin Williams to come back.
Yes.
But, you know, obviously he can't.
Obviously he can't, but you know, if Robin Williams was still around, they just would have made this a CGI character with Robin Williams' voice.
Exactly.
You know, just as James Earl Jones is coming back for Mufasa in Lion King, that's how iconic this character is. Will Smith is going to have to come out and just do his own Aladdin, not try to play Robin Williams' genie. And I like what he's doing so far.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate it.
Next up, it looks like Disney is currently in talks about a live-action Nightmare Before Christmas. I honestly don't like this at all. Angel, what do you think?
What does that even mean? Are they going to do, are we getting an HD remaster, like freaking Lion King live action?
Yeah.
Or are we...
I'm not entirely sure. Are they going to actually just do makeup? I mean, how exactly do you do this?
I think you do it the way it was done.
Make
it claymation.
Because there has been talks about making a sequel for years now, and that's come back up in talks right now as well. I say they should just drop this live action talk. You know, if they wanted to do the CGI revamp, you know, like you were saying, that's perfectly fine. But honestly, I think they should just make a claymation sequel.
Keep it claymation.
Yep. Next up, we got our first teaser trailer for the new Child's Play. Dude, I really like this trailer.
Yeah, I think the only thing I didn't like about it is, why are you keeping the face of the doll hidden?
I kind of like that, though.
I
really did like...
You can't fuck up Chucky's face, man. Why are you hiding it?
Yeah, but for it being a new rendition for people that are coming into this franchise new, you're keeping that a mystery. And I'm kind of liking that so far because we know what Chucky's supposed to look like. You know, even if they did change him up a bit, I mean, it can't get worse as Seed of Chucky.
Yeah, Seed of Chucky was bad.
So as far as I see it, you can leave him like this for a while and save him for the movie or the last trailer. That's perfectly fine. But the story around this one, I like the trailer. I am not so hot on his new origin, though. They changed his origin, if you couldn't tell from the trailer.
Yeah.
Because, you know, originally he was a serial killer that was
just like a slasher.
Magically trapped inside this doll. Now they're making it like a toy soldiers kind of thing where it's like an AI that just goes rancid or crazy. And I don't know, is Skynet making dolls now?
That is weird, actually. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, that just seems weird to me. Maybe it is. Maybe it was just a robotic doll at one point in time that got possessed after the fact.
I like the voodoo.
Yeah, I like the whole magic part of it, and I hope they don't get rid of that completely. That's the only complaint I have about Child's Play so far, is that I hope they don't make it just seem like Skynet got hacked into the doll and it's going around killing somebody. I hope there is a mystical element that's causing this to happen. A black magic something, at least.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of some mysticism, the new Pet Sematary trailer dropped this week as well. Angel, what'd you think of this trailer?
Dude, I love this trailer. It makes it seem, it gives it that classic Pet Sematary creepy as hell feel this time around. Like there's some weird shit going on here, man.
Right? And I like how it seems like the entire town knows about this little area.
Yes.
So did no one warn the family ahead of time? I mean, it seemed like the guy tried to, but dude, this is super cool to me because not only did they add another child, because I don't think a girl was in the little girl was. No,
I don't remember there
one.
being
a little girl. It was just a little boy.
Movie. I don't recall in the original story. I might have to check on that.
Okay. But I'm really liking this movie altogether, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks terrifying. It looks story driven. It doesn't look like it's gonna drag at all, like the first movie did at some parts. But I honestly did. I am a huge fan of the first Pet Sematary movie. I'm a huge fan of it. This one even ups my hype even more, and I can't wait. I really can't wait.
I think it's going to be good.
Next up, Matthew Vaughn adds Kick-Ass star Aaron Taylor Johnson for the Kingsman prequel. Angel, what do you think of Aaron Taylor Johnson, Kick-Ass, joining Kingsman?
Well, first and foremost, I'm glad to see this guy is coming back for some, because I haven't seen him in anything in a while since Avengers Age of Ultron.
Actually, he was in Godzilla, too, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah, I forgot he was. See,
yeah,
he just needs to be in more things. Second of all, I'm excited.
Didn't Matthew Vaughn do the first Kick-Ass movie?
Yes. I believe he also did the second one.
Was that Matthew Vaughn?
Yes.
See, he has experience working with this kid already. He knows what he's capable of, and he bulked up quite a bit for Kick-Ass 2.
Yes.
I would really like to see him be a Kingsman. And it doesn't even have to connect to Eggsy at any point in time. I would be happy if it was its own standalone movie. Leave it as that. I'd be happy with it.
Yeah, for sure.
Next up, Star Wars Episode 9 is said to add a new Darkseid user. And J.J. Abrams adopts some prequel elements into Episode 9. So, we're supposedly getting a new Darkseid user. According to some recent leaks, that J.J. Abrams did come out and say that he loved the fact that the prequels had a 3-match lightsaber duel, hinting that Obi-Wan Kenobi, Qui-Gon Jinn, and Darth Maul was his favorite lightsaber fight in the entire prequels.
Because it's the best lightsaber fight in Star Wars.
Right. That being said, he's going to adapt some of that into Episode 9.
Okay.
Now, with a new Darkseid user being introduced, it has been rumored and leaked a little bit that this Darkseid user may not even be a fan of Kylo.
Oh.
So what if for the very first time in Star Wars history we get a a three-way fight instead of like a 2-on-1? So what if we have this mystery Darkseid user versus Kylo versus Rey
So you're asking if I want Pirates of the Caribbean style fights
in Star Wars?
Star Wars?
Yes.
Yes. Have you seen Pirates of the Caribbean, Chris?
Yes, I
You know
have.
how good that fight scene is between fucking Jack Sparrow, Will, and I forget the other guy's name who used to be an officer that he...
No, he used to be Admiral?
Yes.
Well, he was the Admiral, right?
Yes. I just don't remember what his name... Oh, Beckett. Lord Beckett.
Lord Beckett. That's right. I have to admit, though, none of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies have ever been any good past the first one. But that second one with that three-way fight and them running through the wheel and then running back is possibly one of the funniest scenes in all the Pirates of the Caribbean
There's
franchise.
a lot of good mechanics in that entire scene, all those scenes.
You know, we're also expected to get maybe the Knights of the Ren appearance. Maybe he is one of the Knights of Ren. Maybe this next Darkseid user is... I'm blanking on his name right now, but he's the one that played Doctor Who that they said he was in the movie.
Which Doctor Who?
Matt Smith, the 11th Doctor.
Oh, yeah. That would be cool. I forgot Matt Smith was going to be in this one, actually. I do remember talking about that, though. That would be cool.
That would be cool.
I would dig that. Watch him pull out a sonic screwdriver.
Dude, I've been saying this, and I'll say it again. I hope and I pray that I get a visual where Rey pulls out a double-bladed lightsaber and goes to work on both of them.
That would be cool.
But until then, we're going to have to wait for Star Wars Celebration since we're disappointed at this year's Super Bowl. We didn't get any sort of teaser.
Man, that whole Super Bowl was bad.
So, yeah, we got to wait for Star Wars Celebration to not only get a full trailer, but hopefully at least the title drop. Maybe here's within the next month or so.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Fuckers.